Some echoes come through clearly. Others drift in like fog across water. Maggie felt this one stir the lantern, trying to slip containment. But it's my job to tighten those knots. So what you're about to hear came through my Magi device, corroborated by multiple witness accounts. It's my duty to relate this echo to anyone who will listen, but I can't promise that doing so will bring you any comfort. It's only the memory of a whisper. What follows wasn't recorded by my hand, but it was heard, and hearing binds.
It was found by 5 friends hiking a trail that's no longer listed on any map. An antique hooded oil lantern lying at the base of a cliff. The kind of lantern prospectors used in the Old West. They passed the lantern around as they continued their hike. The iron base was rusted and scarred, but the glass, smooth, clear, unbroken, pristine. One boy, Mickey perhaps, said the metal felt warm, though the glass stayed cool. And it wasn't even lit. In fact, the wick looked new, stark white, untouched by flame. And yet, from the corners of their eyes, it seemed to glow, a firefly shimmer that always faded when looked at directly. They laughed about it as they set up camp. It was strange, sure, but not threatening. Later that night, one boy, Josh perhaps, suggested they light the lantern while telling ghost stories around the campfire. Another among them, a girl this time, Mara perhaps, objected. Strongly, with panic in her voice. She begged them not to light it. Eventually, reluctantly, the others agreed. The lantern stayed dark, and the campers retired to their tents. It was only a couple of hours later when they began to hear it. One by one, they went out to investigate. A whisper on the wind. Just a voice. Then another. Always just ahead. Always just a little further into the trees. Each of the campers stepped out of the firelight. Just a little. Just to hear a little more. Straining to hear the words. But they weren't words. They were names. Their names. Mara was the last one left in the camp. Her experience was a little different. For her, the whispers were close, just beside her ear. First left, then right, insistent, urgent, demanding. Mara, Mara, Mara. She lay in her tent, eyes wide, trembling, unable to sleep. At dawn, she stumbled out of her tent, pale, shaking, exhausted. As she looked around the campsite, it became clear that her friends were gone. The lantern, however, was sitting on a nearby rock, flame lit. Desperate, she grabbed it and tried to smash it against the stone. The lantern exploded, white, silent, blinding, and then Mara was gone. Later, the others returned from the woods, confused, groggy, dazed. Each had their own version of a dream, each described to the same voice. They laughed it off. But by noon, Mara hadn't returned. By dusk, they'd all gone home. By morning, they reported her missing. The search lasted for days. Nothing was found. No blood, no burn marks, no sign of Mara. just the lantern. Still on the stone, unbroken, cold. They had left it behind. A month after Mara Hallbrook was declared legally dead, the 4 remaining hikers began to dream again. There were no screams, no cries for help, no images. Just whispers. Just her voice saying their names.
The Whispering Lantern was recovered and secured in the Hart's Hollow. Objects like this remind us the most dangerous forces aren't always the loudest. Fear doesn't always jump. It doesn't always scream. Sometimes it only whispers your name.